2025 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting to order. If we could please stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Start with roll call.
One member absent, Kathy Barger. We have 6 members here out of 7. That's a quorum for the meeting.
Great. Next item, consent agenda. Any questions or comments?
Chair would like to make a motion that we amend the consent agenda item to include items 4B, C, D, and E.
I'll second.
Right, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right.
Now we need a motion to approve it.
Yeah, and then can I have a motion to, or any other discussion related to the consent agenda? Then yeah, I would accept a motion to.
I will make a motion to approve the consent agenda as amended.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. All right, that takes us
That
to
happened fast.
government efficiency.
Can I announce what happened?
You want me to explain why?
Sure.
Yep,
So items B, C, or 4B, 4C, 4D, 4E are all ministerial. There's no discussion to have on them. They're kind of general daily business items. So to promote government efficiency, I know it's an oxymoron, and to respect everyone's time in the audience, we went ahead and approved those as one fell swoop.
That's a consent agenda.
Here's a consent agenda item.
So the only thing out remaining, it would be 4A would be under new business. Okay.
Well, thank you.
Shortest meeting you've been to in a long time, Ron.
What do we do now? I guess we go home.
You go home.
enjoy the daylight while it lasts. That takes us to 4A, which is the Wilkinson Farm rezoning to C1 and Wilkinson Farm preliminary plat.
Yes,
And
yes.
it's also a public hearing.
It would be a public hearing for the
Yeah.
rezoning. That's correct.
Yeah.
So CLMM Land Company LLC, who's represented tonight by Craig Porter, proposes to rezone 16.537 acres of the northeast corner of Nation Road and West 19th Street from R1 low density residential district to C1 neighborhood commercial district. And also proposes the preliminary plat of Wilkerson Farm, proposing 5 commercial lots and 2 open space tracts for detention. The bulk of the property is quite a bit larger. Because the remaining property is over 40 acres, it doesn't need to be platted at this time. So we're just dealing with, this 16 acres at that be the southwest corner of the property, which is the northeast corner of Nation Road and West 19th Street. The plan identifies proposed uses, including, I'm on the plan too. I'm kind of mixing. I like to do rezoning and preliminary plat kind of at the same time to kind of streamline the staff reports. The plan identifies proposed uses, including pharmacy, drive-through, fast food, a restaurant, and a fire station. And I'll take a few minutes to pull up the plan on property. So if you look on the screen, let me shrink a little bit. This is a location map. So we have I-35 at the southwest corner or southeast corner of the map, 19th Street, the new 19th Streets along the south side. It would be this area at the northeast corner of 19th and Nation Road. Here's a copy of the preliminary plat drawing. Now it rotates a little bit so that north is to the right of the page. As I said, the plan shows a pharmacy right at the corner, drive-through fast food, restaurant, and fire station. Fire station location be on lot 3, which is in the middle of the property along Nation Road frontage. Plan identifies shared driveway access for lots 1 and 2 on West 19th Street. So at the south end, also shows shared driveway access for those on Nation Road. Fire station has 2 access points for that property. And then there's another shared access for lots 4 and lot 5 at the north end of the project area. This property is part of the Gateway West Community Improvement District, which includes the remainder of the CLMM property, also the Stallings Ranch property to the west, and then the 5-4 Holdings property to the north, which extends all the way to 92 Highway. As I mentioned earlier, the property is currently zoned R1. It was part of an old preliminary plat called Highland Meadows that was approved in the early 2000s, but nothing ever happened. No plats were approved and no development occurred. Sanitary sewers available to the site is located along the east side of the creek abutting the project area. On this particular map, if you can see the green outline that runs north and south, that's where the existing sanitary sewer is located. A water line is proposed to be installed along 92 at Sandbar Drive roundabout. That's where water ends today. So water line would be extended along 92 Highway and then down Nation Road. This project is in design and the start of construction is planned for 2020 or 2026 and would be completed by 2027. There was a stormwater report submitted as part of the project, and it indicates stormwater detention is required, and they show tracks A and B as detention basins. So we would get detailed plans for detention as final plats and site plans come through in the future. There was a traffic study that was included with the preliminary plat. Also, the traffic report indicates proposed driveway locations are satisfactory for spacing and site distance. Study recommended a northbound right turn lane at the north commercial entrance in front of lots 4 and lots 5. It did not recommend turn lanes at any of the other locations at this point in time, but as development occurs, we'll see some updated traffic reports in the future. Staff recommends approval of the proposed rezoning to C1 neighborhood commercial district with following conditions. 1, develop the project in compliance with all city codes, conditions, requirements, plans, and payment of fees and taxes. And then staff also recommends approval of the Wilkerson Farm preliminary plat with the following conditions. 1, construct the northbound right turn lane on Nation Road at lots 1 and 2 at the time the corresponding driveway is constructed as recommended by the traffic report. Construct driveway connections per the traffic report recommendations. 3, additional revisions if required by Planning and Zoning Commission. 4, city engineer, this is the new standard language that we've been using the last couple of meetings. City engineer approval of preliminary plat revisions and any changes, modifications, or alterations required by the same to the final plat revisions as well. And then 5, develop the project in compliance with all city codes, conditions, requirements, plans, and payment of fees and taxes. Public hearing scheduled for the rezoning. There should be 2 motions, one for the rezoning, one for the preliminary plat. And then the Planning and Zoning Commission is the decision maker on preliminary plats. So that would not be forwarded to the Board of Aldermen, but the rezoning would be forwarded to the Board of Aldermen.
Okay.
As I mentioned, Craig Porter's in the audience today. I think he's the only one here. Well, fire district representatives are here too. They have an interest in the project because of the Lot 3 project.
Great. All right, so I'll move to open for like meetings. Anybody wants to?
Or, yeah.
Sure.
Please state your name and address.
Don't get nervous, Craig. Ron Callagher, AGC Engineers. Just a general question. The sanitary sewer that runs the interceptor, it was West Creek Phase 2, as I recall. There's connectivity over to the property on the east side of, on the west side of Nation.
That's true.
Yeah,
There are 2 connections that go to the west and they're located further north than this.
Okay, I was seeing what I thought maybe was a green line and it just dead ended in.
Yeah, it's not. If we go to the location map, I think it's up here at this
Yeah.
here, and then there's one on the 5-4 Holdings.
Further
that
out.
crosses
Okay,
over.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You met? Anyone else? Anyone online?
Did you sign? Thanks.
Avery, can you check to make sure he's online?
I don't think anyone was there earlier. See anyone? There is a JJ.
Yeah,
That's Jamie. Yeah, just sitting, yeah.
Great. All right, well, then I'm going to close the public meeting and open it up for board discussion or commission discussion. We're gonna start with the rezoning part.
One question, do we have identified users or are these just,
The fire department's the only identified. We're doing this so the fire department can get their property
Mhm.
and start working on their building.
Okay.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing any of this other stuff.
Yeah.
But I figured if we were gonna do it for the fire department, we might as well do that whole piece.
Yeah.
But there's no identified users. We kind of plugged in there what we thought might go there, but that's no guarantee that that's what will go there.
One other, well, this is kind of muddling it all up. Seems like a lot of driveway connections along the street, and that you said that does meet the traffic requirements for separation between driveways.
It was reviewed specifically for that.
Okay.
Yeah. There was on the fire station, so the separation between the fire station did not meet the requirements, but because the traffic is limited from the fire station, the traffic engineer said that it was acceptable for this plat drawing.
Yeah. That's really all I had.
It will be nice to see the new fire station go up, so serve the west side of town better, so this is good.
So my only question, which maybe comes later for the final plat, but will there be a sidewalk that runs along this?
Yeah, sidewalks will require sidewalks at the time site plans come through.
I mean, I guess we'd start with the rezoning. If there are any other comments or questions, if anybody wants to make a motion for the rezoning.
Move that Planning and Zoning Commission recommend to the Board of Aldermen approve the rezoning to C1 Neighborhood Commercial District with conditions recommended by staff.
Second.
Right, any,
Next one. We've got
whoever. Give it to
Wyatt.
any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Then motion for the preliminary plat amendment.
I move that the Planning and Zoning Commission approve the Wilkerson Farm preliminary plat with the conditions recommended by staff.
Second.
Any further discussion on that? All right, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. That just takes us to what, old business?
What's this?
And there's no,
I never worked so hard, spent so much money to get something like.
We can change that.
anything else? Any other? All right, well, I didn't entertain a motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Who seconded that one?
Everybody? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.